Hi, I'm John Moore. I'm a Principal Business Analyst from the Oklahoma City Office for Rural Sourcing. Change is constant, right? Change happens every day, it happens fast. I think if recent times have taught us anything, it's that change can happen in an instant and we need to adapt immediately. In order to affect organizational or business process change, we need to consider more than just what the change is. We also need to consider who the change impacts. We need to consider how they feel about that change, what they think about that change, and ultimately how we can put them in position to be successful with that change, as opposed to just placing it in front of them and asking them to do what we say. When we want to make a change and we want to consider the person involved in that change, we need to consider three things. We need to consider a person's emotional state, we need to consider their analytical thinking self, and we also need to consider the direction that we're asking them to head in. More commonly, this is referred to as the elephant, the rider in the path. When we think about a person's emotional state, that's the elephant, right? It's big, it's strong, ultimately it's going to go where it would like to go, though we can control it some if we think about it intelligently. The analytical mind is a person's thinking self, so this is the rider of the elephant. They can control it some, they can get it generally to go where they would like to go, but ultimately only for so long before they tire out. Think of it as your willpower. So finally, we have the path. So we understand who the rider is, we understand who the elephant is, and now we need to give them guidance to know what direction we want them to head in. We want to make easy decisions, we want to make them simple to understand, and we want to reward those changes when they happen and those behaviors when they happen, so that ultimately we get more buy-in from others. It's not just an individual change, but we can grow the herd, have more directional focus on the change that we want, and ultimately have a longer lasting change. So we want to think about this from a software development, from a tech industry standpoint. Individual users make these decisions every day. Applications change every day. New software gets implemented every day. And we want to consider who those people are that are using those tools, who the employees are, who the customers are, who the clients are, and not just what the change is, but who they are. It'll incorporate a smoother change, a longer lasting change, and an easier buy-in from all of those individual parties if we just think about them a little bit in addition to what the change is.